Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's my lecture is about constituents of extracellular and intracellular fluids. The comparison between extracellular and intracellular fluid are given by some figure and table which are present here. At first, the intracellular fluid is separated from extracellular fluid by cell membrane, which is highly permeable to water but not permeable to most of the electrolytes in our body. In contrast to extracellular fluid, intracellular fluid contains only small quantities of sodium and chloride ion and almost no calcium ion. Instead, it contains large amount of potassium and phosphate ions plus moderate quantities of magnesium and sulfate ions, all of which have low concentration in extracellular fluid. Cells contain large amount of protein, almost 4 times as much as in plasma. In this figure, major cations and anions of intracellular and extracellular fluid are shown. The extracellular fluid, including plasma and interstitial fluid, contains large amount of sodium and chloride ion, reasonably large amount of bicarbonate ions, but only small quantities of potassium, calcium, magnesium, phosphate, and organic acid ions. The composition of extracellular fluid is carefully regulated by various mechanisms, but especially by kidney. These regulations allow the cell to remain continuously bathed in a fluid that contains proper concentration of electrolytes and nutrients for optimal cell function. This table is very much important. From this table, we invariably ask you questions about different things in intercellular fluids and plasma. Because the plasma and interstitial fluid are separated only by highly permeable capillary membrane, their ionic composition is similar. The most important difference between these two compartments is higher concentration of protein in plasma, because the capillaries have a low permeability to plasma protein. Only a small amount of proteins are leaked into interstitial space in most tissues. Because of Donan effect, concentration of positively charged ion, that means cations, is slightly greater in plasma than interstitial fluid. The plasma protein have a net negative charge and therefore tend to bind with cation such as sodium and potassium ion, thus holding the extra amount of these cations in plasma along with plasma proteins. Conversely, negatively charged ion, that means anion, tends to have highly greater concentration in interstitial fluid compared with plasma, because the negative charge of plasma protein repels the negative charge anion. For practical purpose, concentration of ion in interstitial fluid and in plasma is considered to be about equal. In this figure, we want to show you the non-electrolytes in plasma. Electrolytes and proteins are unequally distributed alongst the body fluid. This uneven distribution is crucial to physiology. Here, prot means proteins, which tend to give negative charge at physiologic pH. Flow between these compartments is tightly regulated. Inappropriate compartmentalization of body fluid can result edema. Edema is the buildup of body fluid within the tissues. The increased fluid is related to increased leak from the blood and or reduced removal by lymph system. Edema is often observed in feet, ankle or legs, but can happen in many areas of the body in response to disease, including those of heart, lung, liver, kidney or thyroid. The best treatment for edema include reversing the underlying disorders. Thus, proper diagnosis of the causes of edema is the primary first step in therapy. More general treatment include restricting dietary sodium to minimize fluid retention and using appropriate diuretic therapy. Thank you for your patience sharing.